Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back to another episode of FTL. Here we are on board the VSS Monarchy, originally helmed by Duke Earl Baron, with the addition of Atreyu and Nicola, here on board TaxiService's Moke freighter, and we're of course playing in DrkTemplar's Infinite Space mod. So, we just reached our third sector of deep space, I guess? Something like that. We've been flying around in deep space for a while, but we're coming up against a problem. Main problem being we are relying on bombs to do damage, and we're basically out of bombs. So we're going to switch over to the glaive beam standard now instead, because that sounds like fun to me. So we're going to buy ourselves an upgraded weapons base. We can actually run this thing, and we're going to hope for the best here, because if we can't get lucky and actually get some damage with these glaive beams done early on, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. 4 shield enemies are basically invincible to us, but we should be able to do pretty well against other things. Now, these are enemies we can't go back and fight again, so I think what we're going to do is we are going to jump around this way and then sort of circle our way over to the exit. So that's what we're going to start doing. We're going to head over to this empty beacon and hope we can get a nice little start here to get ourselves going again. A derelict and still smoking Mantis vessel floats by. The battle must have been recent as its surviving crew beam aboard. Well, that's good. Now we have 4 Mantis boarders. Fantastic. Let's get you out of that room for now because they're all going to be coming there. We're going to send the rest of our team over to help, and when they get there, we're going to send Duke in to help as well. Now, technically, we'd have an advantage here if we went in and fought them 4 on 2, but we would just be getting injured quicker anyway. We're powering up the medbay to give us that healing factor from our awesome little NG medbots, but this is going to be a little bit problematic. We're starting to take a significant amount of damage, so these guys are going to have to bail on that attack, run back to the medbay, and heal themselves quicker, because you do heal faster in the medbay, even when the enemy has, even when you have NG medbots, you still heal faster like this. So that's going to be good enough, I hope. There we go. We're going to send them back now, hopefully before they break out of the engines. The odds of us being able to get there fast enough are a little bit slim. Yeah, they're just able to stop us, but we can at least kill these guys. I might send 2 NGs in here to distract these guys temporarily and see if they're going to come to the aid of their friends. Alright, they're dead, which is fine by me. We're going to come out of the helm, and then we're going to send our more healthy assault troops in to go deal with this. Unfortunately, it looks like Duke is going to have to bail again. So Duke, you're going to run out. We're going to send in Earl in your stead. There we go. Okay. Phew, that was a mess. Thankfully, we should be able to repair all the damage dealt pretty quickly. There we go. And move people back to their appropriate systems. That was not exactly what I was hoping for with our first jump here, but I guess you can't, you gotta take what you're given. So, we're going to leave the medbay powered so we can keep healing ourselves up, and we're going to jump onwards. Let's go over this way and see if this beacon has anything better for us. What is this all about here? We come across a rebel automated scout ship pursuing a civilian with weapons engaged. Well, let's get in there and help that civilian ship then. We power up weapons to engage. This is actually perfect for us. These guys only need a single ion blast to knock their shields out, and the glaive beam will instantly kill them because it'll do 9 damage, and I believe they only have like 7, 8 health. So this should work out just fine. As long as they miss that rocket, which they didn't, they knocked out a drone with. That's kind of annoying. I probably should have turned the defense drone on there, but I wasn't thinking. So that's fine. We're going to glaive beam them in a second, and that should kill them before they get to do much else to us anyway. We're going to turn off the I can't even turn the drone on now. Jerks. Hit it again. You're meanies. Alright. Anyway, you're dead. Goodbye. Auto assault is fried. We didn't need to take any damage there, but I wasn't paying attention, sadly. Ship breaks apart, and we hasten to contact the civilian ship, getting 2 missiles, a drone part, and 9 scrap. When we do contact the civilians, we find out they were a science vessel. They thank us for saving them and offer us a reward of 2 more missiles, a drone part, and 14 more scrap. Okay, let's send Atreyu over to go fix the drone control, and I guess we just jump onwards at this point. We kind of want to buy some more power soon. We also want to expand our weapons bay a bit more as well. For now, we're going to come over this way and see what else we can do here. What do we find here? We spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to be refitted for transport rather than combat. It doesn't want to engage us or our ship. We're going to demand the surrender of their goods anyway and move into attack. They are trying to run away, though, which could be a problem. If we can get lucky here, we should be able to knock out their engines, medbay, and helm with our glaive beam to prevent them from running, but if we miss this ion blast shot, we might be done for. So we'll have to see if we can get this to work out in our favor. We're going to lob the shot over at the shields right about now. There we go, and glaive beam time. We're going to fire the glaive beam right through the shields, engines, medbay, and helm. Perfect, they are dead. That's all we needed. Whew. The ship was carrying military supplies. We pick up anything that looks salvageable from the debris, getting a fuel drone part and 21 scrap. Okay, nothing really great there, but it'll do for now. There's a store over here we could jump to, but I don't think we're gonna. We're gonna move forwards and see what else we can do. What is this all about? Upon completing our jump, we receive a message from a small ship saying, "Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on your way." I don't think so. We're rejecting that offer. We're here to do battle. We're going to ion blast these guys in the shields. They have some potential to do some significant damage to us. And really the problem we have right now is that all we have to rely on getting through the shield with is the ion blast. We could try and use the other weaponry and not use the glaive beam here since they only have 2 bars of shields. But I have a feeling this is probably our best bet still. If the ion blast will actually hit them, as soon as it takes out the shields, it'll bring them down to 1 bar of shield, and the glaive beam will be able to do pretty much lethal damage to them because I can hit, 8 rooms worth of stuff here, and that should do 2 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage, and 3 damage, because we'll be knocking out their shields at the same time. We just need to actually take out their Zolan shield first. Come on, Ion Blast, please hit. There we go. Now we're going to glaive you in the face, and this should kill you. No, only did 8 damage, but that was apparently all we needed. Alright, done. Zolan bomber's destroyed. Ship explodes, giving us a fuel, a missile, and 16 scrap. Okay. Let's head around this way then. Make sure we cover all of our bases, if at all possible. What is this about? Once we arrive, our screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools and have tried to shut down our engines. Our crew managed to keep them barely operational. We move into attack. Okay, they have very little defenses again. This should be pretty easy. They can't actually hurt us, even though they've knocked out our engines. So we're basically home free here. We're just going to fire the ion blast at them a couple times and eventually take them out. Nebula is a maximum level? Yes. Atreyu's not yet maximum level repairs. Neither is Baron. Interesting. Interesting. So, this is pretty good. We've been fighting a bunch of these guys lately. They're nice and easy for us to take out, thankfully. We just have to actually be able to hit them, which apparently is beyond the skill of our gunner. I guess that's what happens if you have a slug tapping away on the screen of the keyboard. It's not a touch screen, Nicola. You have to use the actual keys. Alright. This one should hit it and let us kill them. Goodbye. You are a dead Zoltan ship. Almost feel bad for them. With the pirate ship destroyed, we get 3 fuel and get 10 more scrap. Okay. That only turns into 8 scrap because we have that repair arm, but that's fine because it gives us some cheap repairs as well. What's this all about? We intercept comm chatter from an incoming Mantis ship.
Look, this ship appears not to be owned by the squishy ones. Maybe they won't smell so bad when we cut them open.
And they move in on our position. Well, that doesn't sound good. Thankfully, it looks like we can afford to take power out of the shields to turn on the defense drone to block that Hermes missile, and beyond that, they don't look too scary. Of course, they are going to board us because that's what this game's all about, but we should be okay beyond that. Now, it's going to take us some damage to actually fight these guys. We're going to power up the med bay to keep ourselves going here. We'll actually turn the shields off more to give ourselves more evasion to make sure that Hermes missile has very little chance of ever touching us. We're going to swap in our Robo friend, get in there, NG, so that we can keep our slug fighting. Ooh, that could have been bad. Thankfully, it missed us anyway. Alright, we're not going to fire the ion blast yet since the glaive beam's not charged anyway. It doesn't do us any good. We are going to need to bail from this fight now, though, so you guys are going to come over this way, which is fine by me, because it's going to take them some time to get to that door anyway, even if they are likely to start immediately attacking our oxygen, which they did. And we hit them. Fantastic. So we're going to glaive beam through here, which might knock out that rocket launcher, but I suspect more likely it'll just knock out that. Yes, it did. This is going to hurt. Ow. There goes our radar system, which sucks, but not the end of the world. Not much we can do about it anyway, so we'll send our crew in here. We're going to have to go fix the radar momentarily, but we should be okay for now. Commando, the defense drone, I really need you to take these shots for me. Otherwise, we are going to take a lot more hurt than we need. Now, this is probably an NG, so they're most likely going to be repairing that shield system before I can do anything else about it. But we'll do our best to keep them under pressure. Now, the thing I need to do, really, is immediately move Nebula to weapons. Earl doesn't need to be in shields right now, but Nebula does need to be in weapons to increase our attack speed. There we go, so we can glaive beam them while the shields are still weaker. That means we can actually do some damage to them, like that. There we go. And try and wipe them out before they can do much about us. So, ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap, 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 18 bits of metal. That'll do. That actually gives us enough money to upgrade our weapons again, which is pretty vital, because that means we can now use our heavy laser and the ion blast, so it's easier for us to knock their shields out. We don't have to rely on only a single weapon. The problem we have now, though, is we have very little power remaining. We have to start buying power upgrades very shortly, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. Let's jump over this way and see if we can do anything else with this stuff. We're off to a pretty good setup here now, though. A pirate ship jumps in right after we arrive at the beacon. It must have followed once the long-range beacon was reactivated. It almost charges a small crystalline transport ship with weapons arms, but we attacked them before they could. We chase down the pirate before there's a chance to engage the civilians and turns to face us. Thankfully, it's another one of these super weak Zolan fighters. I should probably turn on the defense drone again, since they can't hurt us with their lasers anyway, and I don't want to take any damage if I can help it. So we'll try this. Seems a little bit excessive, but we'll try it anyway. Now these guys die as soon as this ion blast hits, basically, because we can start knocking out their abilities to do anything with a heavy laser even earlier. But I think at this point we just wait. There we go. Come on now. There we go, and you're dead. Goodbye. Glaive beam fries the Zolan fighter. Nice try there, friend. Okay, ship explodes, we get 2 fuel drone part and 12 scrap, and the crystalline ship hails us, saying, "It's a good thing you came when you did. We appreciate the assistance. Please take this for your help." Giving us 4 fuel drone part and 7 scrap. Alright, that'll do. It brings us almost back to full hull, too, which is nice. Let's jump over this way. Lots of sparkles here. Oh. We inform a nearby station of our flight from the rebels, and they offer to outfit our ship with a weapon and wish us well, giving us 10 scrap and a healing burst. We already had one of those, game. I don't need any more. I already got rid of the last one. Alright, whatever. We'll make do. We're probably going to circle around this way to the store, and then we'll come around this side afterwards. Let's see if we can jump from here into the Nebula. That might be better. What is this jump all about? We pick up the last broadcast from a rupturing Zolan freighter. "The Mantis, they're here. Please!" But we're interrupted by fire off the port bow. Well, this could be bad news. So let's try and defend ourselves here. We'll send our anti-boarding crew over there. In fact, we'll send everyone. If we can send our entire team of NG, I guess, over there, that might be able to actually help us. Now the problem here is that missile launcher and the fact that they have enough firepower to actually be scary. So we need to be relying on a bunch of things here. So we're probably going to be toggling the drone when we can afford to. Like when they actually fire, that we need to block it. Like now, we toggle off the evasion and toggle on the defense drone. So we can try and shoot down that rocket, which he did, thankfully. Okay, you two are going to trade places with the NG. There we go, which should give us a bit more time to kill off these Mantis. The glaive beam is almost charged to the point we'll be able to fight with it. We turn off the defense drone and turn on the evasion to help dodge those lasers. There we go. They've run off, which is fine by me. So we're going to send Baron back into the engines, and we're going to send Earl and Nicola back into there with Atreyu to heal up for now briefly. We almost have the glaive beam charged, so we'll be able to use that in a moment. We actually need to be using our healing right now, though, and our oxygen's off, too, which isn't great. Here comes the rocket, so we need to turn off the evasion, turn on the defense drone again. Shoot that down, please. There we go. Good. Defense drone off, evasion on, because we need that now. We're going to start trying to take them out, so we're going to ion blast their shields, and they shot our ion blast, which is annoying. Alright, this is making things a little bit more tricky than it needs to be. They're going to fire a rocket soon, most likely. Here comes more lasers. Thankfully, our evasion is holding. We're going to take another shot at them with a heavy laser and hopefully glaive them for some damage. They did just fire, though, so we're going to need to be ready to block that in a second. We're going to lay down some glaive beam hurt there. And in the meantime, we turn off some of our engine power, turn the defense drone on. Hopefully, he shoots that rocket down. He does. Perfect. Turn back on the engines. Okay, the micromanagement here is ridiculous. So much micromanagement required. We might as well turn off the heavy laser and ion blast spam because it doesn't help us right now. We do want to turn on our med bay again to give us some more healing power. We're going to need to start toggling the oxygen soon. Here comes another rocket. We turn on the defense drone again to give us that extra defensive chance. There we go. Turn him off. Power back into there. We're going to send our crew back to their stations. Earl and Nicola, get to your posts. That way we actually have a better chance of not getting murdered here. There we go. And now we can afford to turn off the medbay basically and run the oxygen instead. There's going to be another rocket coming our way in a second or two. We're going to fire the ion blast at the shields and see if we can't do some more damage this time. There goes the rocket. We actually shot one of their lasers annoyingly enough. Turn on the defense drone. Knock out that rocket, please. Thank you. Okay, this is a mess. An absolute mess. But there's nothing we can do about it. Ion blast them in the shields, please. There we go. Now we're going to go for a different target this time, because I believe we can do 5 damage with one shot instead of only doing 3. And it doesn't matter if we attack the shields, because they have an NG in there anyway, who's going to immediately repair before we get to attack again. So this time, we're going to fire our beam through here, which should let us, if we get the aiming just right, do 5 damage. But I'm not sure about that. I might only do 4. We'll try anyway, though, and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We had it. So, they're going to keep shooting at us. The rocket's going to be coming in a second. There it goes. And we power up the defense drone again to block it. Please don't fail me now, drone. Thank you. Okay. Power back into the engines and the oxygens. We can keep breathing. We could try and attack them again, but it doesn't do us any good until their defenses are down anyway, so we're just going to chill out here until we can take these guys out. Ooh, what a stressful mess this is. Alright, power off the engines, power off the oxygen, defense drone, go again. Oh, good shootout. Okay, power back into the engines at full to actually protect us here. Woo! That was close. And the glaive beam is ready for the killing blow. Let us lay down some heat here. And these guys should be dead. Okay, let us fry them with the glaive beam. Nice try, Mantis bomber. Man, you had superior firepower there. Ship explodes, only leaving behind 1 missile, 1 drone part, and 11 scrap. That was a hard-won reward for something so little. Alright. Ugh. Let us heal ourselves up after that mess. That was not a nice little battle. Okay. What are we looking at on the map here? There's a quest beacon over here for some reason. What is this? This is a sun. Okay, probably not going to go there then. We can go jump to both of these locations and we'll hop over this way to the store, then we can circle back to there, to the exit. Okay, that could have been much worse. I'll have to be thankful that it wasn't. We could buy some more power, which is what I think we're going to do right now. Being able to actually run our engines is probably a pretty good choice. Let's jump into the Nebula over here, then we can work our way across. What is this all about? What's all this then, as it were? There are a few more vicious beasts in the galaxy than a slug with his back to the wall. The faltering ship at this beacon disables our door system, then charges fire weapons. They plan to burn us out. Well, we'll see about that then, won't we? So, they're probably going to get lucky with those fire bombs. It looks like these lasers are again kind of same situation as last time. Not so scary, just somewhat threatening. The real issue here is the fire bombs, because those could really suck if we get unlucky with them. So let's see what happens with this. Firebomb goes off, immediately hits us in the weapons room. See what I mean? Talk about getting unlucky with your first bomb. Alright, well, we should be able to put them out pretty quickly. We might actually have to turn on our med bay to give us that healing factor here so the fire damage doesn't get to us too badly. It also knocked out our ion blast, which is really irritating. Please put out the fire before it spreads again. Oh my goodness, that is the fastest spreading fire I think I've ever seen in this game. Put it out before it spreads again. Awesome, we lost 2 bars of our weapons, and now the engines are on fire. I need to keep fixing these weapons though, because otherwise we can't do anything to them, and they've hit us again with a laser, which is nice. There we go. Okay, that fire is out, which is key. Let us repair the weapons, get the weapons back online and charging. Thankfully, they're the ones with a short charge time, so it's not the end of the world, but still not a great situation to be in. More lasers coming in, more bombs coming in. The bomb hits us in the shields this time. Okay, let's put out the shield fire. Hopefully it doesn't spread as fast as the other ones did. Let us try and actually hit them this time. There we go. And they've cloaked. Awesome. I can't even lay down the glaive beam. It would work if it hadn't happened a second too soon. We are getting super unlucky here right now. Super unlucky. We need to turn the oxygen on again. They hit the shields again, you monsters. Your aim is so good with those. Okay, let's get in there and put those fires out in a hurry, otherwise we are actually in trouble. Heavy laser, go. We need to fire the glaive beam right now, so we're going to do that. We're going to fire the glaive beam right through those 4 rooms. That should do them some serious damage. There we go. One more salvo of that will kill them, but we are not looking good. Thankfully, they can't get through our shields now, so I don't need to run the shield power. I can put it into the oxygen instead to help keep us alive, because at this point we're starting to run out of air. Is that another bomb hit? It is. Wow, they have the best aim ever, I think. I don't think I've ever seen someone hit that consistently with every single bomb they fire. Now, there's no point in firing the heavy laser or the ion blast right now, so I'm actually going to turn it off while they repair their defenses. I'm actually going to send Baron over here to help, too, because otherwise this fire might get out of hand. There we go. You send you back to the engines to give us that extra dodge chance on the next bomb. Finally, they miss. Let's ion blast them in the shields. There we go. Heavy laser them in the shields. And we missed. That's okay. We can still kill them with this attack anyway. There we go. Slug Assault is down. Ugh. Slug ship breaks apart and our systems return to normal. We collect a fuel, 2 missiles, and 11 scrap. That was a mess. Holy cow. Let's send Atreyu back over to the med bay. And we'll go from there, I guess. Wow. Those guys were not messing around. Let's jump over here and fight whatever this is, then we can work our way over to the store. So, what is this all about then? A slug captain hails and invites himself aboard our ship to present a flask of something slimy.
Now, most gracious captain, you must join me please in a drink to our alliance.
You know what, I never trust the slugs, but this time, we're going to trust them and see what happens. We take 1 gulp and wake up to the rest of the crew in the cargo hold, which contains noticeably less scrap than before. Well, that's why you never trust slugs. Thankfully, we had no money for them to steal anyway. Right before we go to the store, too, jerks. Let's jump over here and see if there's anything good in the store, but I'd be very surprised at this point if there was. Let's jump over to the store. Here we go. What have you got for us? There's only one other ship at this beacon, and it's showing heavy damage. We receive a message on our console saying, "Greetings, traveler. We were crippled by a band of pirates and are now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home." Ooh. A weapon pre-igniter. If only I could afford that. That would be amazing with our glaive beam, but that's not going to happen. I can sell the healing bomb. I can sell the small bomb, because I'm not going to be using those again, most likely, but there's no way I'm getting the 120 scrap we need to get the weapon pre-igniter, which is definitely unfortunate, but there's not much else I can do. Even with the 16 scrap we had previously, the odds of that are incredibly unlikely. On the other hand, I could always come back here after I've cleared out the rest of the sector and see if I have enough money then. The odds of that are pretty low, but we might be able to do it. Let's jump around and explore a bit more, though, and see what else we can do here. Alright. There must have been rich pickings for pirates around here up until war broke out. The pirate we encounter here looks worn down but hungry. Unfortunately, they also look super weak, so we're going to stomp them with our lasers. So, I'm not super worried about these guys. One thing we want to watch out for, though, is it's actually okay for us to take damage from this rocket. Reason being, we're going to heal it anyway. Since we have the repair arm, we might as well let ourselves take the damage, because it's not like it's going to change anything. There we go. Glaive beam, and you're dead. Zap. Goodbye, Zolan fighter. Nice try. Ship explodes, giving us 2 fuel, a missile, 11 scrap, and see, we're back up to full hull again. So really, at this point, it doesn't matter much. Let's jump over here and then check out that quest beacon, see what that's all about. I don't remember getting that quest beacon, is the weird thing. Here we come across a rebel automated ship, scout ship rather, pursuing a civilian ship with weapons engaged. Let's aid those civilians. We power up weapons and engage the automated ship, which conveniently is a super weak drone. Awesome. So I guess we just murderate them. The ion blast will be a good first shot. We can knock out most of their weapons with a heavy laser, which I think leaves the rocket alive and nothing else. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And it says fires, you jerks. Of course it says fires. Alright, that's fine though. Glaive beam's gonna kill you in a second anyway, so I can't really complain about you getting a lucky rocket. 2 lucky rockets. Goodbye! Alright. Ship breaks apart and we hasten to contact the civilians, getting 2 missiles, a drone part, and 9 scrap in the process. And it turns out the ship we saved was badly damaged in battle. Most of the crew accepts our offer to be dropped off at a nearby station, but one offers to join us. So I say, welcome aboard. Who do we get? Another NG. All we want is something that can fight borders, and we just get more NGs and humans and slugs. Okay. At least, yeah, like even a Zolan would be better than an NG for fighting off enemy borders. They just die faster. Okay, at this point, I think we need to keep moving. Let's go check out this quest beacon and see what's going on over here, and then we'll go from there. As we reach the beacon, we find ourselves at the end of a line of other ships, queuing for some kind of inspection. Before we have time to wonder what's going on, a small ship zips past our view screen and hails us, saying that all ships must wait for inspection before jumping. I've had this event crash for me before. I hope it doesn't do it now. We don't have time for this. Let's power up the FTL drive. At the sign of our FTL drive powering up, the little ship starts flashing a large red light mounted on its roof and zooms off. As we prepare to leave, a much larger craft cuts in front of us. It is heavily armed with the insignia Fitch's Hydro on the side. It isn't going to let us leave without a fight. Alright, so that's good because it didn't crash the game this time. Let us try and take these guys out. With our glaive beam heavy laser combo, we might be able to actually do it. We have some damage here, so I want to let them heal up a little bit now, but once they start firing, we're going to be going on the defensive for sure. Okay, they fired their first rocket. Defense drone, you're online now. Go. Shoot that thing down, please. And you didn't. You not let them knock out our shields, you jerk. Defense drone, you're worthless. Alright. Power up this. While we're waiting for the shields to repair, I can send both of my NG in there. They should be pretty quick at it. Ouch! That's a halberd beam. I didn't even notice that. That sucks. We're taking even more damage, which makes it even less likely we'll be able to fight them easily. Alright, power up the defense drone. Please shoot it down this time. Thank you. Okay, defense drone offline again. Once the shields are up, we can actually power them again, which will be a good boost to our defensive abilities. We're going to send Atreyu over to weapons, and you over to doors. There we go. We need to start doing damage to them. We need the Ion Blast online, though, so we can actually do damage to them, because as it stands, we don't have the power to get through their defenses. We now need to immediately power up the defense drone again, so please shoot this rocket down this time. Thank you. Okay, power back where we need it. Good. Keep things going here. Get our NGs back in the medbay, because why not? We're actually going to turn the medbay on so we can heal ourselves a little bit while we wait. Take some shots over at them again. They're going to be sending a rocket in our way very shortly. We missed them with the ion, which sucks. So it's time to turn off the medbay again, turn on the defense drone, and shoot the rocket down, please. Thank you. Okay. Turn on the medbay. Let ourselves heal a little bit. Hopefully the ion blast hits this time. No, it misses again. Awesome. I want to take out this pirate elite fighter if we can, but it seems like they're not going to go down easy. Turn on the defense drone. Please actually shoot them down. And halberd beam managed to get through slightly. And nice little spinning the completely wrong way around to get to that rocket. Okay, turn on the med bay. Let ourselves finish healing. Ion Blast has hit, so we're actually going to try and do some damage this time. There we go. Now we can hit them. We can hit them through these 4 rooms, so we're going to try for that. And I missed the shield room. I'm the best at this game. Okay. Let the glade beam charge up again. Let us try and block that missile. Defense drone, please do your job. Thank you. Alright, power back into evasion and oxygen. Everyone's at full health now, or at least close enough to it that I don't need to run the med bay anymore. But we do need to try and get through these guys' defenses as best as we can. Here comes another rocket. They're going to run out of rockets eventually, and we don't have to keep toggling the defense drone like this. But as it stands, micromanagement is certainly necessary. Please don't hurt in time to hit with that other attack. Words, they didn't happen there. Okay. What I was trying to say was, please don't time well so the halberd beam gets through. We missed again, which means we also need to block the next incoming rocket. There we go. Power up defenses again. Ion Blast, please hit. That's all I want from you. You just shot our Ion Blast. Awesome. Ion Blast, please hit. That's all I ask from you. Please shoot down that rocket as well, defense drone. That's your job. Thank you. Okay. Ion Blast, you gonna hit this time? Yes, okay, heavy laser, go. Good, okay, we're actually going to hit the shield room this time. I promise, there we go. Okay, they've actually taken some shield damage now, which is nice. Not enough to actually make it significant, really. Defense drone again to block the missile. There we go. That thing is proving pretty useful now again. Turn on the oxygen again so we don't suffocate entirely. They're going to repair this thing before we can hit them with the glade beam again. That's just how it's going to go. There's no way we can hit them fast enough. They're out of rockets at long last, so that's good. We should have these guys in a position where we can kill them now. We're going to have to send our NG to go deal with the boarders. We're going to turn off the oxygen to keep them that healing effect, which might be enough to let them win that fight, but I doubt it. I'm probably going to have to send them some support from these guys. For now, though, I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to try and knock them out again. No, because... there we go. They're actually boarding us with more crew, which is a worry. But for now, we should be okay. Halberd beam comes through, hits the oxygen room, which sucks, but is not the end of the world. They're down to 3 hulls. We should be able to kill them here. I'm going to switch these people over to there so we can actually kill the boarders and fix our oxygen before we suffocate entirely. Not that we even had the oxygen on before, but still. It's the thought that counts. So, they're down to just 2 weapons, which are apparently... timed well enough to do damage to us right now. Thankfully, not anymore. They boarded us with 1 more person, so our NG can go take care of him. There we go. Those guys are both dead. Nicola's leveled up his fighting skill, which is great. Earl's heading back into shields. We're basically ready to try and kill them now. Our killing stroke should be just about prepared. Ion Blast, go. There we go. Heavy laser, go. Please make it hit. Nope, we missed. Alright, time to try again. Turn off the Ion Blast so we can get our timing good. Timing right, rather. Here comes more lasers. Thankfully, they're not going to be able to get through with the Ion Blast today. Here we go. They've teleported home, surprisingly enough, and now they're dead. You made the wrong choice there, gentlemen. And that is a dead pirate elite fighter. Fantastic. Turn the oxygen on, please. Ship explodes, we scrap what we can, getting 2 missiles, a drone part, and 19 scrap. After we destroy the ship that was policing the line, there's a host of frantic activity. Ships left and right begin powering up their FTL and making a break for it. It's impossible to keep track of so many in their rush to get away. During the scramble, a small policing craft hails us on the comm channel. "You idiots! One of those ships had the daughter of the local water magnate. She's been kidnapped. Now no one gets the reward." With little else to do, we power up the FTL drive and get ready to leave. Really? What a jerk mission. What a jerk mission. It makes me go through all that and then it's like, ha! You did the wrong thing. You don't get to get a reward. I thought those ships were supposed to give you cool stuff when you beat them. That's lame. Whatever. It's dead now, so there's nothing we can do about it. Let's do 3 more jumps, then hit the exit, and then get out of Dodge. We might be able to get enough money to make it worth going back to the store for the pre-igniter, but I'd be very, very surprised if we can. We receive a distress calls from a nearby NG ship. Assistance requested. Danger present. Imminent destruction. Let's respond to the call and move in to assist. However, once we get closer, we receive another message from the ship, this time of the Mantis of the comm log. "Foolish meat sacks," he yells. Sensors indicate the ship is moving into attack and boarders teleport from the station. Yay, more boarders. We just are the best at this whole getting boarded thing. That's a lot of attack drones. They might actually be able to do some serious damage to us with those if their aim is good. Hopefully it's not. Now what we're going to rely on here is knocking them out quickly. I could actually go for the Ion Blast Heavy Laser Mini Beam combo here, but I don't think I'm going to do that. One thing I am going to do, though, is switch positions of these crew so that they don't die immediately. There we go. We'll switch our NG again in a second. Thankfully, I missed our shield room, but we're basically in trouble now because we have no shields left. We have to get lucky and have them miss a whole bunch of shots now, otherwise we could be in serious hurt. Now, we're going to power up our med bay to make sure we can actually heal ourselves, run Nicola back to weapons, and our NGs back into the med bay for now. There we go. Now we should be able to take a shot at them soon, but we're in trouble here. We're taking damage. This is not a good situation to be in, especially not against a ship that has a pike beam on board. Thankfully, they've been missing a bunch of shots now, so we should be able to kill them before they can hit us again. Alright, take them out. And we missed. Phenomenal. We can glaive beam them, and I think it'll kill them anyway, though. Because this here will hit 5 rooms and do 10 damage. Goodbye there, NG Bomber. You're dead. Nice try. We're gonna go fix ourselves. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap, a missile drone part, and 13 metal. That'll do for now. Let's get our guys over here and fix that. Alright. That hurt. We took some damage there. That's fine, though. Could have been much worse. Thankfully, their defenses were weak, so we actually had an easy time trying to take them out, rather, as it could have been. 90 scrap. We're probably not going to get what we need in 2 more jumps. We need 120. We could potentially sell something, which would make it easier, because we could go back and sell one of our other augments or what have you, but we'll see. We find a disabled rock transport floating near the beacon. We consider stripping it of useful parts, but we're uncertain why it's there in the first place. Well, we're going to check for life forms and keep a lookout for ships while looting the wreck. We salvage what we can from the ship, and no life forms or ships are detected nearby, giving us a fuel drone part and 21 scrap. We might actually have enough. What do you know? Let's jump over here, and then we'll have to work our way back to that store to make that purchase. What do we find here? An unidentified ship is badly damaged and still being assaulted by a space pirate. The victim begins a distress message until the pirate cuts in and offers to split the bounty if we cut tight. But that's not... sit tight, rather. That's not going to happen. We're going to attack that pirate. They do have a big rocket launcher, but we have defense drones, so I'm not that afraid of them. Plus, their lasers can't actually hurt us, so we can just take shield power to run that. We don't need to waste anything else that might be valuable elsewhere. Plus, they're a nice compact ship, so we should be able to absolutely melt them as soon as our glaive beam is ready to fire. We don't even need to hit with both of our weapons, we'll need to hit with one. That rocket should be firing about now. Yeah, there it goes. And they're down. Okay, now it's time for the kill. Going in for the kill. Here we go. Zap. And doesn't matter if we missed, because you're still dead. They're trying to run away, but that's going to be difficult because they've just been sliced in half by our glaive beam. Pirate ship explodes, giving us 21 scrap metal, and we go examine the ship we just saved. We find out it's a rebel scout. It's too damaged to put up much of a fight, and there's no point in using them to delay the fleet because there is no fleet. So we destroy the fleet and salvage it, getting another 2 fuel, drone part, and 7 more scrap. We can afford our weapon pre-igniter now. That is awesome. Let's go back and buy that thing. We're probably going to sell the repair arm or maybe the NG med. I don't know what we're going to sell. The NG medbots are pretty good for letting us be a little bit better at fighting people since we have no fighting crew still. It's hard to say what we should really sell for it. Long-range scanners have been proven pretty useful too in avoiding things like these suns. But we're going to jump back towards the store, buy ourselves that augment. It will cost us a bunch of fuel. It'll take like 7 fuel to do, but I'm hoping it winds up being worthwhile. I might actually jump into the sun and fight them there anyway, so we get a chance to get a bit more resource from these guys. Let's jump over here and fight this. It's probably not a great decision, but we'll see what happens. Look, there's nobody here, it's just borders. Yes, it is. We arrive to find ourselves extremely close to a star. We receive a message from a pirate ship saying that they're glad we arrived. Their ship is damaged and they were getting desperate. They hope we don't mind if they take ours. Well, we are going to mind, but there's not a lot else we can do about it. We're just going to come over here and kill you to death. So, we're going to run away to the store as soon as we can, which should be pretty darn quick with 5 bars of engine. Probably not fast enough to avoid getting hit by the solar flare at least once, though. Let's jump to the store. Oh, we got away without getting hit with the solar flare even once. What do you know? That saves us some fuel, too. Now, we can buy that weapon pre-igniter, and we're going to buy some fuel as well. We need to sell one of these. NG Medbot Dispersal is pretty good. Repair Arm is pretty good. I think long-range scanners are honestly the thing we need to get rid of. They give us the least reward. As far as money earned. But the repair arm keeps us alive in this game, given that there are many fewer stores now. The NG Medbot Dispersal, especially because it gives us really cheap repairs, given that all of the rewards we get are really low. If the game was scaling up like normal, having the repair arm right now would be crippling, because you'd be spending like, you know, upwards of 10 or 15 scrap to repair 1 or 2 points. But at this mode, we're only only losing 2 or 3 scrap in most missions, which is definitely affordable for 2 or 3 repairs. The NG Medbot Dispersal helps us fight people. Long-range scanners just help us avoid nasty environmental problems. So I think we're going to sell them, and we'll buy the weapon pre-igniter. Oh man, that makes us so much more powerful. And a bunch of fuel to help afford going back. There we go. That is awesome. Now we are geared up for battle. We're going to take these borders out. We're going to run our med bay so we can actually heal ourselves in there as well. Why not? That should give us the edge we need to help make this fight super easy. And then we can go clear out and get to the next sector. There we go. They is dead. So, we're going to bring our people over this way. We're going to send Earl over to the shields. We're going to send Nicola over to the weapons. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now to work our way backwards. I think we're going to go back through here again, because that actually takes exactly the same amount of time. But I guess we'll go this way then. Yeah. So that is a sun beacon over there. I don't think we're going to bother going to that one. We're basically safe to jump through all these beacons, so I'm not particularly worried. And we're going to auto-jump to the next sector once we arrive. And we have this ready to glaive beam. If we could get our mini-beam up at the same time too, that would be nice, but really what we want is more weaponry that takes out shields. That's what we're going to have to try and get soon. That is our next highest priority. More evasion, more power would be nice as well, but at the moment, what we need is more shield ability, so we can actually take advantage of our glaive beam. Here we go, though. We arrive at long-range beacon and immediately charge to the next sector, and we're going to have to fight the boss. Can we actually take out the mini-boss this time? Let's find out. We arrive at a new sector of deep space where our sensors are picking up a large cruiser-class ship. Our crew reports an incoming transmission from the cruiser. We're tracking a hostile ship in this area. You may not be safe. We're about to start charging our FTL drive and receive another transmission. Your ship would be a great challenge in combat and an honor to defeat. We must do battle to prove our worth. Okay. Heavy laser, lots of little lasers, and something that stops us from taking out their shields. With that drone there, we probably can't fight them, so we're probably going to have to run away. We'll try and see if we can hit them with both of these shots. Maybe the drone misses on a crazy fluke or something, and we can do some damage to them, but basically we can't fight them right now. Also, they have 9 crew. But we're going to lay down some hurt on them if we can. And see if it'll get through. No, okay, there's no way we can fight them then. That drone is just going to block all of our attacks. Yeah. There's no way we can get through that guy. So there's no point in trying to stay here. We need more firepower to be able to get through these shields. For now, we just need to jump onwards. So we're going to come... There's another quest beacon over here. Must start with the blue that you pick at the start of the mission. Anyway, we're going to come over this way and see what's hiding out in this corner over here. See if we can fight whatever it is. A ship hails us. Good sir, it seems you're having some troubles with the rebels. I'd like to help you, but can't afford the upkeep required on this hunk of junk I'm flying. Maybe we can come to an arrangement? We can. The arrangement is you will die, especially because you can't hurt me with your equipment. Your boarders might be able to hurt me, because everyone seems to have some of those, but you certainly cannot. So let's power up the med bay to let our NGs fight a little bit more effectively, and we're going to immediately melt this poor unfortunate crew. That was badly timed, but it doesn't matter, they're still going to die. The ship is trying to power up its FTL drive to escape, but it doesn't matter because it is dead. There we go, nice try, Mantis Scout. Ship explodes, giving us a fuel drone part and 13 scrap. Fantastic, that's some nice easy repairs. I should really stop having my NG fight these guys. We'll bring our crew who are actually well suited to battle. There we go. I'd love to upgrade our doors to level 3 soon, but I really need to save some money so I can try and buy myself a better way of actually damaging enemy shields. And there we have it. There's some more dead boarders. Fantastic. And this Nicola is a max level fighter now. Atreyu is actually a first level fighter, which is pretty crazy. You don't normally get high level NG fighters. Alright, power up the oxygen again and send our crew actually into the med bay. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. We'll send Earl over to shields and Nicola over to the weapons. Fantastic. I'm going to be right back in 1 second here. I need to get myself more water because I'm all out, and we'll continue our adventure momentarily. I'll be right back. Alright, one tasty break later, having a lunch in the break there, we're back to come on and keep going. So, let's see how we're going to handle this. First of all, we got to put power back in the engines, and let's see a look at our map here. Lots of beacons to jump to. Hopefully we can get some good stuff in them. Let's move on and find out, I guess. We detect life signs on a nearby moon. A lone slug marooned on its surface.
Ah, sentient species after all this time. I am Slocknog, a wandering hero seeking adventure. You may hire me for a small sum.
Don't have any money to give you, so I'm going to ignore you, Slocknog. You power up the FTL, at which point the slug sends an urgent plea.
Please, I see you are a sly captain. You have an advantage. Very well, I will join your crew, but please remove me from this rock.
Yeah, okay, Slocknog, come on board. When he sees the shuttle headed for his position, the slug thanks us with what looks like sincerity. He readily joins our crew. Welcome aboard, Slocknog. You can join the bunch of crew members who aren't providing anything to this arrangement. Lana and Slocknog will be the first to go when the rebellion comes. Okay, let's keep looking around here and see what else we can do. Hop around this way, I guess. Something like that. Cover as much space as we can. What do we find over here? We arrive to find a small slug repair station.
Greetings, traveler. Care for a fix-up? We could easily patch up some of that damage.
I don't need any repairs. Let's ask if they'd like payment and see what they say.
Ah, fellow businessman. We offer to fix 10 damage for 50 scrap.
That's pretty outrageous. No, thank you.
Too bad. Farewell, traveler.
The mobile station slips into the clouds. Well, it's a good thing we didn't take that offer, because that would have been monstrously expensive. Let's check out what happens over here in this Nebula section. This isn't a Nebula anymore, apparently. The distress call appears to be emanating from a slug ship caught in open space by a Mantis raider. They contact us on emergency frequencies.
Please, we'll give you all we have if you save us.
Well, sure. This once will save you, slugs. Let's attack the Mantis. We lock onto the Mantis ship and engage. They've got our missile, which is kind of scary, and boarders, which aren't really scary anymore. We faced off against their boarding parties so many times. Let's go send Earl with them as well. We should have a pretty powerful edge in this battle, especially if I turn off the oxygen to let us have more medical power. And we have our immediate glaive beam. I don't have to wait to charge up again, which I always forget about, and I missed the ion blast anyway, so I'll wait till those recharge and we can try again. Alright, ion blast, go. We also need to block that rocket, so we're going to do that by powering up our defense drone. Please block the rocket. Thank you. Okay, power back into evasion, because why not? We could just technically leave the drone on, because we don't really need to have the evasion, but whatever. Knock out that shield. There we go. Time to lay down some hurt on these guys. There we go. And they left before we were able to kill us, which is good. Let's send Earl back to shields and everyone else back into the medbay to chill out over there. We've knocked out the rocket launcher entirely, which is always a nice little thing. We can't hurt them again, though, until we actually manage to get the glaive beam charged up, sadly. They have just too much shield power still. Sounds like they've got an NG in that system as well, which is going to slow down our process even more. But that's fine. This Ion Blast will be the one that allows us to kill them. There we go. Fire the heavy laser as well, just for fun. We missed, doesn't matter, kill them. They managed to fire another rocket, though, so we're going to power up the defense drone quickly so we don't get hit by it for no reason. There we go. The Mantis defeated, we contact the weakened slug vessel.
You see, they begin, we are most grateful, but that is, we do not have the liquid assets to reward you at this time.
We get 3 fuel, drone part, and 14 scrap, and we're gonna murder them. Doesn't look like they can stand much more damage. After a few shots, the ship breaks apart and moving to loot the remains, getting 2 more fuel, drone part, and 8 scrap. Because you know what? I have no sympathy for the slugs anyway, despite having 2 on my crew. Okay. With 36 scrap, we're probably going to hold on to that money for now still. Let us jump. There's a quest beacon over there. We'll go to that after we finish off this Nebula. And this is an ion storm. Oh, good. We spy 2 pirate ships lurking in the Nebula here. They remain unaware of our presence. Let's try and get that fuel supply, even though we're only getting a couple little pittance of bits. Here we go. We jet towards the part with the fuel and supplies and engage. Hopefully we will leave this ship in one piece. No, we most certainly will not be able to. We're going to instantly kill them. Goodbye, Slug Interceptor. That is the power of the weapon pre-igniter. Their ship obliterated, only scant fuel canisters can be salvaged from the wreckage before the ion storm clears and we have to jump away, getting fuel and 9 scrap. Could I have boarded them there? Probably. I probably could have boarded them and killed them safely, but the desire to murder them with that glaive beam was just too strong. Let's go check out this quest beacon and see what they want. We stumble across what seems like a deserted station, except for the distress signal being broadcast. All we hear is a muffled whisper, so we crank up the volume and can just make out the words, "Kill us," being said over and over. Okay, let's power up the weapons and vaporize the station. We give the orders and our arsenal bombards the station, leaving it as little more than a floating hunk of scrap. We managed to salvage 15 scrap while the FTL charges. I hope you're happy, whoever you were. You got what you wanted. Alright, I'll let our oxygen come back in here over time. We're going to move on and see what we can get over in this part of space. There's lots of space to explore here, and we're getting pretty powerful. We spot a small rebel ship nearby, which seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. Let's demand the surrender of their goods and engage. Prepare to secure their cargo by force. They don't want to fight and are trying to escape, but that's not going to work there, gentlemen. You may have a breach missile, but I have a glaive beam with a pre-igniter, just for added hilariousness. And we missed, unfortunately, but that's not the end of the world. I can still kill you before the shields recharge. Oh, no, not quite. You're going to get one shot at me, most likely, but I might be able to heavy laser you to death before you get a chance to do anything else. Heavy laser, go! And that is game. Nice try there, Slug-like Cruiser. We search the remains of the ship, but come across only blueprints and debris from broken machinery. It's a shame, but we take 3 fuel, a missile, and 9 scrap as we leave. There's a store over there, which we might head over to. Well, we will head over to it, but obviously we're going to move around to some more jumps first. We're hailed by a rebel ship, which apparently is an NG ship. When the rebellion is complete, you'll see the safer world we provide. Well, you won't, but you have a point. And they arm weapons. Okay, well, that's some drones, alright. There we go. So we're actually pretty much safe against these guys. Ion blast the shields. And we missed. Heavy laser them. There, we got them. Okay. Now we should be able to fry them with a nice shot up through there. And they're dead. Bye-bye, NG Bomber. The glaive beam is massively powerful, especially in this, apparently. The ship explodes, leaving behind 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 12 scrap. We're looking pretty solid. Let's look around a little bit more and see if we can't ravage even more enemies here. We jump into a perilous asteroid field. Worse, sensors show a pirate stronghold is locked onto our ship and is activating a teleporter. Oh no, not 2 crew. That's terrible. Alright, let's send our guys over to go beat the snot out of them. Here we go. Hello there, gents. Welcome to our boarding party. Okay, rather our reception party is what I meant to say there. I might just chill out in here and kill these guys. It's not like the asteroids can do anything to us, and it's not like the crew can do anything to us either, since we're doing the same amount of damage they do to us, but we have a healing factor, so not all that concerned at the moment. Our ship is pretty darn effective at the moment. Alright, they are dead. We're going to send Nebula back over to the weapons. We're going to send Earl back over to the shields. We need to power up our oxygen again soon, but for now we'll be fine. And we'll do it with our engine power, why not? And let's jump out of here, over to the store and see what they're selling. I doubt they'll have anything we immediately want, but if they have some good weapons, who knows? We find ourselves surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels who hail us and apparently have some valuable technology for sale. They have crew. I can buy Liam and Ken. I can buy a crystal crew, really? That's pretty cool. The augments are terrible, though. Well, I'm definitely buying Liam. I need a Mantis. A crystal crew would be fun to have, but I need someone who's good at killing boarders, so I'm buying Liam, and all the fuel they've got. We might come back here for Ken at some point, but I wouldn't count on it. Really what I want is this border fighting power. We'll probably sell off Lana later off to get another Mantis or something else who can actually do fighting. For the meantime, I'll send you in here with Slocknog, and we'll be ready to go. We actually have a boarding party now, what do you know? Alright, we have some options too. Cool, let's power up this engine and get a move on. We have a lot more ground to cover. If we go around this way, that's probably the best way to do it, so we'll head over to this beacon first. What's over here? I like that background. We inform a nearby station of our flight from the rebels. They offer to outfit our ship with a weapon to wish us well, giving us 7 scrap and breach missiles. Awesome, we'll be selling those most likely, but that's pretty cool. We do have 20 missiles now, so we could use them pretty safely, and they're pretty darn powerful, but they're also missiles. We want something that can reliably take out the shields that doesn't have to rely on them not having a defense drone of some kind. We'll see, though. That missile power might be pretty valuable. We arrive at an asteroid field and are greeted by a Zolan guard. By attempting to access these closed mining fields, you are in violation of the Natural Mineral Protection Act. Your weaponry will be confiscated for processing. Of course, we don't have time for that malarkey, so we're just going to shoot them with... Oh, hiccups are terrible. Shoot them with as much firepower as we can bring to bear. And that is a significantly high amount of firepower because we have a glaive beam ready to go. Goodbye there, Zolan Bomber. Nice try. I almost feel bad for doing this. Ship explodes even behind a missile, a drone part, and 11 scrap. We need to find some enemies who are challenging, otherwise we're just going to keep stomping everyone we meet. Here we go. We jump off to the next location. What do we see over here? Nice planet. It's rare for slugs to stay exposed in open space for long periods. The ship here may be lost or just passing through, but either way, he moves in to attack. He's got a cloak and a breach missile, which is kind of nasty, but we should be able to knock out most of his weaponry before we can do much else. The breach missile will probably survive our assault, but everything else should go down. As long as we don't miss, like that. Alright. When the breach missile goes off, we're going to block it. That should be pretty easy. Just want to make sure we don't miss our chance. Heavy laser, hit the shields. You missed as well, really? I don't want to waste the glaive beam on that shot. We're going to take the breach missile soon, so I'm going to have to be ready to block it. Here it comes. So, we're going to power down the shields temporarily, power up the defense drone, knock out that breach missile, please. Okay, good. And did the glaive beam hit? I wasn't looking. I thought it only had 3 bars of shields. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's try this again. Ion Blast in the shields. See if this hits. Miss. Awesome. We're super powerful if we can actually hit our enemies. There we go. Thankfully, it's super hard for them to hit us, too, so I guess that's fair. Ion Blast them. I could try and board them, but they do have a med bay, which will make boarding very much more difficult. We missed again. Awesome. There we go. Ion Blast, please hit this time. Awesome. Heavy Laser, please hit this time. And they hit us in the shields, you jerks. Alright, time to hit them back. So we're going to glaive beam them right through there. There we go. Only did a little bit of damage to some of those systems. We did pretty good damage to others. Let's send our NG into the shields to help start repairing the damage we've taken. That should be pretty quick now with all them in there. And we'll be ready to hit them again in a second. We'll probably take another missile soon, but hopefully we can dodge it when it comes. There we go. Send our NGs back into their standard position. Power up the shields again, so we're not taking unnecessary damage there. Here comes the missile. Please block it. Thank you. And glaive beam is almost ready to fire. We should be able to take these guys out completely this time. Fire that thing. We missed. Awesome. Awesome timing there, game. The one shot we needed to hit. We should be able to kill them with this next attack anyway. It's just annoying. There we go. Instantly recharges. What is that madness? I'm not a big fan of when that happens. The game's just like, nope, you don't get to do whatever you were planning on doing. The shields recharge instantly. Come on, Ion Blast. Let's go. We're waiting on you here, friend. And it hit us in the weapons, which actually turns off our Ion Blast. I guess I should have had that shield turned on still. That's annoying. Alright. Come on. Come on. Fix that thing. I could send the Menji in there to fix it with you, but by the time I put them in there now, it'll be too late. There we go. Power up the medbay to heal you up a little bit. Power up the Ion Blast so we can actually use all of our weapons. Let's see if we can finally kill this guy. He's been sitting on the verge of death for ages now. Hurry up and get killed. Ion Blast. Go. Hit. Thank you. Heavy laser hit. Nope, you missed. Awesome. Well, we get to do this again then. Enemies like these. And we missed again. Stupid drone. This is your one job. Not missing. Alright, let's get these guys in there to fix that breach and whatnot. Let's see if we can actually hit this now. Nope, they've cloaked. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Alright. Open internal doors. Oh, no, don't even worry about that. Let's just move out of the room. Head them back to the medbay. Okay, will you let me hit you finally? Yes, 1 time. 2 times. And now you die. They're trying to run away with their FTL drive. If that succeeds, we're in serious trouble, but there's no chance because they're going to die. Ship explodes even behind 3 fuel drone part 11 scrap. That was not worth it for the amount of breach missiles to the face we took there. Ow. Seriously, that was not okay. Thankfully, we will repair it gradually over time, but even that way, it still sucks. Alright, power up the medbay. Let's keep a move on here. There's a store over there. We're not jumping to it yet, though. We have 2 more jumps to take before we can. Children on Earth are told terrible tales of the blood-red Mantis invasion ships, much like the one bearing down on us now, which once threatened the planet. We order weapons free. Alright. I'm pretty sure we could probably charge for the weapons, but whatever. Haha. Alright, let's try and knock these guys out with some early hits. If we get the glaive beam in, there we go. We should be able to do up to 5 damage to them pretty quickly, like so. It's hard to get that 5 damage hit in, though. They have 11 health, so it doesn't really matter if we do 5 damage. What I am going to do instead, then, is I'm going to only hit them for 3 here, but I'm going to knock out their weapons. I missed! I only did 2 damage! That was terrible! Ugh! We're the worst. Okay, power up the medbay again. Keep ourselves as alive as possible. We'll send down some reinforcements so they have some backup here, and we'll get these guys out of the fray so they don't die horribly. There we go. Ion bomb comes in, thankfully misses. We need to try and hit them better this time. Alright. I really don't want to give our NG this fighting experience, though, so I'm going to send Liam Mantis back in there so we can get a kill under his belt so we can actually start leveling up. Did he get the kill there? Yes, he did. Alright, into the medbay again there, gentlemen, and we're going to get ready to attack them again. Ion Blast, go. There comes a small bomb into nowhere. Good. Heavy Laser, go. Thankfully, their evasion isn't super high. We're going to fire through the weapon room again, but this time we're doing it like this, which should allow us to get 4 points of damage and hit their helm, which is kind of important. There we go. They ioned out our oxygen, which is entirely okay by me. So let's send Liam and Slocknog back over to the teleporter. That'll do for now. Alright. The odds of them hurting us are pretty low. They'd have to ion us in the shields, really. Anything else would be inconvenient, but these shields could actually let them hurt us. Even the small bomb in the shields wouldn't be the end of the world. Thankfully, the ion bomb missed again, which is good for us. Power down the med bay to run our evasion even better. Time to hit them again. We need to hit them for 6 damage, which is going to take at least 2 more attacks. The odds of us being able to get anything else in there are pretty unlikely now. But we can try our best to make them feel the pain. They small bombed an empty room, which is entirely okay by me. And there we go. There's another 4 damage. Now all we need to do is do 2 more damage, which should be pretty reasonable. Might as well turn off the auto-fire there on the Ion Blast. We don't really need auto-firing with a weapon like this on board. Small bomb into the med bay, but it's an ion bomb, and not a small bomb, which is totally okay. Alright, doesn't even hurt our crew in there. I'm fine with that. And the small bomb misses. Awesome. So let's take these guys out now. We should be able to do it pretty easily. The odds of us missing are pretty low, apparently. Their evasion definitely doesn't seem to be that good. But they're dead. Doesn't matter what they do now. Goodbye there, Mantis Bomber. Nice try. Ship explodes even behind 2 fuel, a missile, and 15 scrap. We're gradually getting ourselves built up to a decent amount of money again, but we're going to keep moving, check out that store, and see if they have any weapons worth buying. Alright, we detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not yet firing. Let's intervene and defend, of course. They got some rockets. That's the scariest thing on there for sure. It's only an Artemis rocket, though, which really isn't that bad. So let's see if we can just knock them out before they have a chance to do anything to us, because that's the way we roll. There we go, perfect. So we're going to run the attack straight through here. That'll do 5 damage to them. There we go. And knocked out everything except for the Artemis missile, which means we can turn off the shields and turn on the defense drone. If you manage to hit us, you'll be phenomenally lucky. Okay. They are not in a very good situation right now, but given that they're all rockmen, they can probably fix it up without too much trouble. We could try and board them and kill them that way instead of using the glaive beam again. Thankfully they missed, even though we did as well. But I'm not sure about that. I think we're just going to vaporize these poor souls. Go. And goodbye, rockmen. Ah, that sucks. They got a rocket through. You missed all the rockets that time, I think. Except maybe 1. The ship breaks apart and we salvage 2 missiles, a drum part, and 12 scrap from them. The outpost also hails us, thanking us for saving them from those people who expected free service just because they defeated the Federation. They give us 3 fuel and 12 scrap, which puts us actually back up to, I think, more health we had when we got there. Awesome. And we're all healed up again. Fantastic. So, excuse me, power back into the shields, and let's jump to the store and see what they're selling. What do you gents have? The space station here has a traveling merchant who shows us his wares. Defense drone Mark II, anti-personnel drone, burst laser 1, small bomb, breach missiles. Okay, nothing I really want there. I'm not going to sell the breach missiles just yet. I'll hold on to them for now. The problem with them is they take 3 power, which makes me a little bit hesitant to use them as our main other alternative of getting rid of people's shields. I'm going to buy a whole bunch more fuel now because I don't know if we're going to need more later. I'm probably not going to buy too much more after this, though, and we'll see. What is this all about? We immediately notice a rebel ship chasing what appears to be a civilian transport. However, we're detecting chatter on an encrypted Federation channel. That transport's carrying Federation loyalists. Let's get in there and help them, then. We power up weapons and engage the rebel ship. Okay. They've got lasers, lasers, and more lasers, but nothing honestly all that scary. And we might actually try and, hiccups, board them to death this time, if we can manage a good first shot here. Nope. Okay, well, let's try again. Here we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. And we hit him again. Perfect. And we're going to fry their main systems again. Zonk, zonk, zonk. There we go. And we're going to try and board them, because why not? We're going to put some power into the boarding system there. We're going to send Slocknog and our Mantis into their med bay to prevent them from ever repairing it. We know that they are rockmen. We know that already. So we know we're going to have a hard time beating them in a fight, especially because Slocknog has no combat experience. Also, we may have just killed our crew here because these are level 2 doors. I don't know if I can actually protect them well enough to make this worth having, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't know if this is going to recharge fast enough to get them out of there if they start dying. They're not Mantis, so we should be able to get out of there before the random number generator gets them down low enough to kill them. Yes, we can. That was a bad decision on my part. Gotta give these guys some more fighting experience first against weaker people before I board with them again. But that's okay, now we just killed the crew. And they've accomplished nothing in the time they've been waiting, so that's fine by me. Goodbye, crew. You tried. Alright. With the ship destroyed, we quickly collect all the useful resources we can get, 2 missiles, a drone part, and 18 scrap to be precise, and we contact the Federation ship. They thank us for saving them, saying the ship is transporting Federation civilians on the run from the rebellion. They don't have the equipment to fight for themselves. They don't have much to offer, but they tell us of a hidden Federation base nearby. Okay, let's go check that out. What is that? Huh. That's an interesting symbol I've never seen before. Interesting. Well, I guess we let ourselves heal up a little bit, and then we go figure out what that's all about. Because that is certainly mysterious. Let's send our crew there. Perfect. And we're good to go again. I really want to get some boarders now that I finally have some crew that'll help me fight them. Slocknog's not great, but Liam is much better than some Engie. We encounter a small craft with minimal propulsion. Its rock crew member explains that the rock homeworld is run on lies and propaganda that keep the populace in check, and they want no part of it. Well, let's promise to share with them the truths they've been denied. Our promises gain their attention, and they agree to serve with us for a while. Alright, Lana, thank you for being on board here, but you are no longer needed. We are going to... Actually, Slocknog might be a better one to get rid of, because Max will be better at boarding. Yeah, sure. Bye-bye, Slocknog. You have served us well. I'll let you off with these rock men. I'm sure they'd be happy to take you in. Maxwell, you're going to join Liam in the boarding system there, and that should be pretty much good to go. Now, if we get another Mantis, I'll probably swap Lana for them at that point, and use Maxwell for blue options and maybe for piloting at some point. We'll see, though. Let's go check out what else there is in this sector before we go find out what that mysterious symbol means. A rebel ship is profiling the beacon and immediately turns to engage. As our crew scramble to battle readiness, sensors detect a short-range teleporter signal and an intruder is on board. A flushed and panicky rebel soldier has teleported aboard. The rebel appears unarmed, repeatedly declares his peaceful intentions, but we don't believe him. Goodbye. There he is. Yeah, he's attacking us. I'm pretty sure that one of the outcomes for that just kills one of your crew. If you try and accept him and he betrays you, you just lose a crew member, and I don't want to have that happen right now. So we're going to protect him, or rather protect ourselves with as much firepower as we can get our hands on, and we should instantly vaporize his crew. They try and surrender, offering us 3 fuel, a missile, and 8 scrap. We don't accept. We vaporize the suckers. Alright, ship explodes, leaving us 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 15 scrap. And we're actually going to move our entire squad out of here and bring our Mantis in for the kill. Liam gets the experience. Hello, friend. Dead. Alright, Liam, back over to the teleporter. Good work, chum. And we will send Earl back into the shields. Fantastic. So, we're looking good. Looking good here. Let's jump around. Last couple jumps here left in the sector, and then we can go see if we can actually fight the final enemy this time. Who knows? There must have been rich pickings for pirates around here up until the war broke out. The pirate we encounter here looks worn down, but hungry. We'll have to fight. That shouldn't be too bad. We've got a beam drone and some not too scary laser weapons. Unless they manage to get super lucky with the synchronization between all 3 of them, which they might actually fire at about the same time anyway. I'm not sure if how that works. Now it's a little bit of delay. The odds of them being able to hit us with that beam drone are pretty darn slim. So this might let us kill them right now. There it does. Okay, so we're going to fire right down there, which might not kill them outright, but will certainly bring them very close. But there they go. Zolan bomber destroyed. Goodbye. Ship explodes, giving us 2 missiles, a drone part, and 12 scrap. We are definitely hitting the point in this game now, though, where we are just beyond too powerful. A pawnbroker is something shut up at this obscure beacon. He might offer something worth looking at. He doesn't, though. 2 missiles for 2 drone parts. We have 30 missiles and 41 drone parts. We don't need any of those. Let's go see what this weird symbol is all about. We arrive in the sector to see a small outpost being bombarded by an automated drone. This must be the Federation base we told about. They have no shields. We have a glaive beam, and they have 5 hull and no shields. Goodbye. Poor auto scout. We scrapped the wreckage, getting 3 fuel, a drone part, and 10 scrap. And with the threat gone, we contact the Federation outpost. They respond, "Our location has been compromised. Take everything you can, and please drop our survivors off at the next station." One soldier offers to stay and fight, and we get 7 scrap and a Pegasus missile. Mikhail, another Mantis! Fantastic! Lana, goodbye. You've done good work. Alright, Maxwell, you are gonna go chill somewhere. Atreyu, you can go chill in the medbay over here. You can deal with fires or something. Be our mobile fire repair crew. So sure, you're super slow, but whatever. You'll be near these core systems if we need you. Now we have 2 Mantis, even better. Now the border's gonna have a harder time dealing with us. We're just getting more and more powerful as we go here. We have 102 scrap to burn. Is there anything we need to buy right now? I kind of want to buy better doors, but we have better border defenses now, so I'm not sure if that's necessary. I kind of want to buy better piloting and sensors, but that's not the biggest deal right now either. We could upgrade our weapons, and that would let us actually use our mini-beam at the moment. We could probably get Pegasus missiles in too. I like Pegasus missiles, I think, more than breach missiles. Are breach missiles supposed to be 3 power? I was pretty sure they were 4 power. Interesting. Anyway, we might take one of those missile pods on instead of the mini-beam at some point, but I don't know about that since it does take a long time to charge them up, and they do take a lot of our remaining power. But at this point, I guess we might as well just hold on to our money. Doesn't seem that valuable to me to be wasting our money for no good reason. Let's jump to the next sector and see what we have to fight there. We'll fight the capital ship that comes to face us, and then we will be ending our episode for today. We've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump to the next sector, so we immediately do. We're basically hitting the point now, though, where we have ultimate cosmic power. We arrive at a new sector of deep space, where we find a large cruiser-class ship. Our cruise reports an incoming transmission from the cruiser. There have been reports of unprovoked attacks in this sector. You should be careful. We're about to start charging our FTL drive, and the Zolan ship raises their shields. We try to hail them, but receive no response. So I guess by saying there have been reports of unprovoked attacks, you mean right this second. We are the unprovoked attacks. Unfortunately, they have a missile drone, which I don't like very much. I wonder if my defense drone can block those. Maybe. They have some pretty scary weaponry as well, though, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. But we're going to turn on the defense drone immediately to see if we can block some of those rockets. I doubt we can because of the short range at which they're fired and the slow reaction time on our drone. Yeah, no, the odds of that are pretty low. But we're going to try and knock out their shields. We could actually potentially hurt these guys. The only problem is they could wreck us, too. We blocked that one, that's good. Our drones are just going to be in a constant duel here. I like it. Alright, let's ion these guys. Heavy lasers one more time. We could actually potentially do damage if we can hit them 2 more times. If the heavy laser and the ion actually hit them... Oh boy, that's scary. Scary stuff. That glaive beam is about to fire too, which is going to suck. Okay, fire the ion blast and the heavy laser. Please don't glaive beam us when we have no hull left. There we... Ow! Shields and oxygen are down. Alright. You're going to go fix shields right away. You're going to go fix oxygen right away. Please block that missile. Thank you. Alright, we're definitely at a scary place right now. We need to hit these guys. Blocked it. Hit them. We missed as well. We're so close to being able to do stuff to them, but no. Not. Oh, they hit us on the helm. No, 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 no. That's not okay. This is going to suck. This is going to suck. They're guaranteed to hit us like 6 times now. Ow. Repair that damage right now. You're going to go put out that fire. They've hit us again. We need that helm fixed pronto. Okay, that sucked. That was not cool. So we're going to fire the ion blast and the heavy laser side by side again. Hopefully the drone blocks the wrong thing. Oh, good, we got through. Perfect. We're going to try and knock out some of their firepower now with the glaive beam. We might actually be able to kill these guys. We're going to fight them despite the damage we're bound to take. There we go. There's a bit of damage dealt. That turned off the glaive beam, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, we need to turn our oxygen back on, because apparently I forgot to do that. Ow. Because we're suffocating in our helm right now. So let's open internal doors to spread some air back in there. Close them again so we're not so much in trouble. Oh, this sucks. This sucks so bad. Alright, let us get... You can't even do anything else. The glaive beam's ready to go again. Oh, so many shots coming in there. Goes our doors. We'll send our NG over there to go fix it. Rockman over to here. Normally I would just run away. But we're at the point in the game now where if we don't bother fighting these guys, we deserve all of the punishment we get. So... we're going to stand our ground and see if we can actually make this worth our while. Now the big problem here right now is the fact that I can't really micromanage my power very well to block their laser attacks. Because as soon as I turn him off, we lose the ability to block these constant missile spams. The really sucky thing is that guy doesn't even have to worry about his missiles running out. He has an infinite supply as far as I can tell. He missed us with that one, which was nice, but still... Oop, there goes our shields. The glaive beam is back online. We really need to hit them soon. So we're going to try and knock out the shields as much as possible. Yes, perfect. Now we can knock out the weapons a little bit more. Might take them longer to repair. I could aim for the shields first, which might make them safer to fight. But I'm going to go down through here, which might actually kill them. Ha! We destroyed the Zolan supercruiser. Awesome. Ship explodes and we gather what we can, including 4 fuel, 5 missiles, 3 drone parts, and 15 scrap, and our crew is able to extract interesting data from the remains of their computer database. We find a captain's log warning ships away from a moon in this sector. There's mention of rogue Mantis enslaving unsuspecting travelers. Okay, well, we did it. We actually beat one of those monstrosities. Okay. That hurt, though. We took a lot of damage in the process there. We need to power up our med bay while we're waiting here so we can actually get our people healed up again, because a lot of people took hurt there, especially Duke, who was sitting in a suffocating room for a while before I noticed he was in trouble. But that was pretty sweet. Alright, our crew is ready for battle once more. Okay, so, thank you very much for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor, playing some more FTL for you. We have, of course, been playing with TaxiService's Moke Freighter and DrkTemplar's Infinite Space mod. If you've enjoyed the episode, don't forget to let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Thank you again very much for dropping by, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, bye-bye.